Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you have Libra anywhere in your chart, then this reading is for you. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to invite you to subscribe and click on the little bell so that you're sure to get notifications anytime that I upload new content. Also, there are links to my social media, PayPal, Patreon, and some really cool stuff on Amazon I think you guys would like. And if you would like a personalized reading from me, you can contact me at midnightmoontarot@gmail.com. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. What are the love messages for Libra for the 10th through the 20th of August, 2019? What are the love messages for Libra for the 10th through the 20th of August, 2019? What are the love messages for Libra for the 10th through the 20th of August, 2019? I'm going to do this again. What are the love messages for Libra for the 10th through the 20th of August, 2019? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and divide these. Okay. All right. The card on the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. All right. This card is going to be the overall energy for this reading. And as we go through your spread, I will explain to you how this King of Pentacles is going to relate to the different cards in your reading. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these out. Yikes. Okay. All right. Okay. The first two cards are the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups represents a soulmate type energy. Someone that you have felt a very deep connection to for a long time. This may be someone that you've just met, or it could be someone that you're currently with, or someone from your past. As we go along through our reading, we will find out more about that. Now, the Four of Pentacles shows that you've been doing all you can to hold it down, to keep this relationship going, to keep this relationship together. Maybe doing more than your share of what you should be doing. Maybe a little unreciprocated type feelings and emotions, okay? So we have the Ten of Swords and the Five of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords is in reverse. So where you may have been hurting for quite some time, you're now healing. These swords are beginning to fall out. They are no longer they're no longer hurting you as much as they should. You've done some work and you have been able to grow. Be careful that you are not someone who is picking petty fights or arguments or causing, rumors or stirring up trouble and drama. So we have the Devil and the Queen of Cups. All right, so your partner may have had addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever. This type of relationship sometimes, when the person is sober, everything is so wonderful and loving and good that a lot of times people will tend to put up with behaviors that they should not have been dealing with to start with, which can make you feel as if, when they sober up or it's the next day or whatever, you say something to them and they're perceived as picking on this person, or they may take it that they're not realizing the things that they've done. They're realizing that they have a hold over you because they know that they can treat you however they want to, and you stick around for it. The devil in a love relationships a lot of times represents codependent relationships, and that's not a very good place to be. You have a lot of loving and caring energy, a lot of loyalty, but you can be overly emotional, and this sometimes this person, it can be male or female, doesn't quite know how to take it. They don't know how to face the feelings that they have, and they don't know how to handle or deal with all of whatever it is in their past that may have hurt them, that have led them to be, even though they love you, to be distant or not as fulfilling emotionally as they should. Okay. You're left at a point where you you are looking away, you are mourning, you're thinking about the loss of this love. We have the Lovers in reverse, which definitely shows that you are feeling that particular loss. You are thinking about these 5 cups you have here, and of course, as everyone can see and everyone knows, there's still 2 cups behind him, which says that there could always be a reconciliation of these 2 lovers. Okay, and that there's always hope for the future, but for now, sometimes, you know, those cups contained a lot of toxicity and things that we don't need to be around for our peace of mind and to feel balanced as Librans in our space, in our mind, in our lives. When our head and our heart, I'm a Libra, when our head and our heart are not completely balanced, they don't even have to be completely balanced. It can tip this way or that way a little bit. But when you don't have a balance, you end up just completely out of sorts, and you can become focused on one side too much than the other. You can become too self-involved with this relationship rather than focusing on self-care and love and growth. Okay, so again, mourning the loss of this relationship, even though it is codependent, it served us with a deep feeling of love and that belonging. A lot of times twin flame relationships are exactly like this, and they come with a lot of really hard lessons that we have to learn from. Okay, so the next card we have is the Page of Swords, which shows me that you are probably going to put forth some type of communication. If there's been distance between the 2 of you, if there has been some time that has passed, even if it's only been a day or 2 or a week or 2 or a few months or whatever, this shows me that you are going to open the lines of communication with this King of Pentacles, which, generally he represents Taurus, most earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, any of these. We also, the devil is also very strong Capricorn energy as well. And there is this third party situation going on. Now, if you're king, okay, during the times that he may be drowning himself in his addictions, or drink or party or whatever, he may have caused you a great deal of hurt and made you feel like you need to that you've experienced a loss, and you have, because you've experienced that loss of that relationship, of feeling as if it was innocent, that it was just the 2 of you, okay? And where it made you feel as if you were the one doing all the work in this relationship. Even, that's how codependent relationships work. Sometimes it makes us feel as if you know, we are the only ones. Sometimes we find ourselves too forgiving, especially in these type of relationships. It's like, oh, well, he was drunk. He didn't mean it. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't realize how much he was hurting me. And sometimes even if there's no physical aspect to this third-party relationship, sometimes intimacy is not just sexuality. It can be sharing secrets, confiding in, that type of thing, especially when they should be working on the communication between the two of you instead of investing that time in someone else, okay? Because it does cause so much hurt. And I'm seeing that, you know, as you experience this loss, you're walking away. You know, you've decided to walk away, and you've hit rock bottom. It's as far as you can go, and now you are healing, and all these little swords are beginning to fall out. And let's see what this next one says. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, which means that, you know, during this separation, you are working on yourself. You're taking time to heal. You're taking time to experience personal growth, whether that is in your career or your personal life, or working on, you know, all the spiritual needs that you need to nurture yourself with. Okay, you're trying to decide between, you know, you feel as if you have to make a choice, and you do. You have to decide, what is it going to be? Do you want this type of relationship, or do you want this type of relationship? This card came up in reverse, and of course it did. It's right next to this, but you can't, you know, hopefully things can turn around, and I'm going to keep reading and see if that's going to be coming up, or, you know, the beginnings of it. Perhaps with this communication that you put through to your loved one, maybe he will hear your voice, or she will hear your voice. There's no gender in the tarot. Okay, so we have this Knight of Wands, which is a lot of very strong and aggressive fire energy. Okay, it could be that your King of Pentacles, okay, has a lot of Aries in his chart, or if he's born on the Aries Taurus cusp, or he could have, you know, other fire signs in him, such as Leo or Sagittarius. But this particular Knight shows me that he's very aggressive. He will want to woo you back. Yeah, woo is the right word. He will want to lure you back to him by love bombing you, by telling you the things that you need to do, by future faking, telling you how wonderful things are going to be. So when you know, when you do communicate with him, he's going to take that on. But a lot of it shows that there's like some really strong sexual chemistry between the two of you, and you need to make sure that it's not just, you know, lust, and that you want it to be, you know, of course, like this. There's nothing wrong with lust, but when that is the only reason they want to be with you or communicate with you, and that's not good. Okay, so you are going to return, I see, with this Knight of Swords energy, which, you know, when he approaches you, and you know, you open up the lines of communication, and where did my little knight go? Okay. Okay, and he accepts your communication. You're going to come running back to him, like you have a million times. Okay, but you're going to have to decide. You're going to have to decide, do you want that life? Do you want to continue being hurt? Do you want third parties always interfering in your love life, or being made to feel that there are third party situations going on? I know personally I would not. Okay, so we have the Emperor. This was in reverse. And he's having a really hard time. He's going through a lot of struggles, where before he was on top of the world. He was the king of his castle, you no longer see him that way. You see him kind of as a fallen emperor. You see him as maybe the sad, hurting person that he is. You see him for the, you know, addictions are sad. You can love the person and hate the disease. But sometimes, especially in twin flame relationships, the hurt can be so bad. It can be so bad that you have to step away for a while. You have to have boundaries sometimes to say, you cannot do this to me. You cannot hurt me that way anymore. I'm not going to be made to feel as if, you know, anytime you are out partying, drinking, carousing, whatever, that there is not, you know, you don't want to have to concern yourself. You need that ultimate love and a blessed divine union with your twin flame. You don't need to feel as if you're being made less. But because this Emperor is in reverse, you're able to be a little more empathic, a little more sensitive and understanding about what's going on. But at the same time, you cannot allow, you know, abuse, emotional, mental, physical, of any sort to happen. And okay, so again, we have the Hierophant, and he's in reverse. Okay, I'm pulling this with this. Anyway, so he's in reverse. And so you may see this person as someone who has, you know, previously had very strong spiritual aura about them, and they are suddenly lost. You know, they feel as if they've given up hope. They feel as if, you know, why did God abandon them, whoever, male or female. And this is going to cause quite a bit of the gossiping and the, what is it called? The smear campaign. So when you walk away, of course, you're going to be made into the bad guy. You're going to be made to feel as if, you know, everybody's talking about you. And you know what? Who cares? Because it just doesn't matter. And when you do walk away, you will be walking away to something better. Okay? You can always go back at some point. Doesn't mean that this is forever, but the something better is yourself. The something better is working on you and your self-esteem and learning to grow, open yourself up to new possibilities and adventures. Okay. Okay, so I see this very lovely Page of Cups, which says to me that you may be given an offer of love once you put these things behind you and you walk away and you make room for new things to come into your life. This is someone who's like, hey, I've got my eye on you. Possibly a water sign, possibly a Pisces. Of course, it's a water sign. This is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. But I always view this card as Pisces because of the little fish in that cup. And he's like, hey, hey girl, I see you. You know, I like what's going on. I'd like to get to know you. And it's always good to give them that chance. At that point, then I see that you're going to have some communication come in from this aggressive fire energy from your soulmate, twin flame. And they're not going to like it that you've moved on. They're too busy playing and having fun, and all that's good and dandy. But when you finally have enough and walk away, and others are taking notice of you, they don't like it very much. So you should expect some crazy communication from them. Mainly you are looking for stability from your King of Pentacles. Oops, I dropped it. So you're looking for stability. You want these things to heal. You want your broken heart to heal. You want to be able to put all these things behind you and move forward. Okay? This is all anybody wants, is to love and be loved and have that security, that you know that person is always going to be there, that they don't have a wandering eye, not wandering, that they don't have a wandering eye, and that their focus is on you, and vice versa. Okay. All right. So I do see the Death card. So this shows me that this is basically the end of this particular season of this relationship, that it is definitely time to walk away. Okay? It is definitely time to walk away and put behind you all the hurt, the gossip, the smear campaign, the flying monkeys, the, you know, the people that they are always finding time for, but no time for you. Okay, so definitely it's time to put an end to it. You have to say no more. Absolutely no more. Okay. All right, I see this Two of Wands, and it shows me that, yes, you will be embarking on, don't bark. Don't bark. You will be embarking on new adventures and looking forward to the future and all that it has to offer you, okay? All right. And inside yourself, you are going to be able to find and manifest all these wonderful things. You know, what I really love about this card represents Gemini. It's another, you know, air sign. Lovers is also Gemini. There could be very possibly, your new love could very possibly be a Gemini. Some of the happiest people I've seen that are Libras have been, you know, spend their life with Libra Gemini combination. Is like a very compatible thing. And then I see that you have the Empress, which is definitely wonderful and beautiful new beginnings, and you definitely need to, you know, give this a chance. Give this a chance. Accept this offer of love. Take a chance on that new beginning. Renew yourself. Have that inner growth. Manifest all the love and opportunity that you desire to come into your life. Okay? All right, and so that's your reading for the 10th to the 20th of August 2019. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I want to tell you thank you again so much for all your support and for all the people who have contacted me for personal readings. I've enjoyed so much getting to know you guys and listening to you and doing your readings for you. And just want to tell you again, thank you. All right. Good night. Bye-bye.